Okay, so this is a demonstration video on how to create a ground with charcoal. So a ground is just a term that refers to darkness or like a background. So it's not really this white paper. You're going to draw on it with charcoal to make a charcoal background to work from. Okay. So what I have here, and I'm going to draw this. What I have here is a little wooden block. Okay. The reason why I have an object to draw instead of just making it, so you can kind of see how this all works when you're drawing something instead of just winging it, I guess. Okay, so here's my block, and I'm going to put it to the side since you can't see it anymore. Well, you won't see it when I start drawing it, just because I can't look at it from the top. It won't look very good. So I'm going to draw this fairly large. Your charcoal drawing might be of something different, and it might be this different. So this is all just so you can kind of see what it looks like. So I'm going to draw a cube, and I'm drawing with a graphite pencil first. I forgot to tell you the things that you'll need. So you need a graphite pencil, obviously. You always need a graphite pencil in art. Potentially an eraser, paper, and then various types of charcoal. Okay, I'm kind of getting a little nitpicky on what my cube will look like, but I just want it to look more like a cube than a funky house. Okay, so I'm going to go in and I'm just going to erase the lines that I don't need. Now you could draw very quickly, like everything that you're looking at. So I could maybe be looking at like another little cube or something too, if I really wanted to. When you draw really quickly like this is called a gesture drawing. It's just a quick sketch of what you see. You want to get everything down on your paper really quick. Okay. When you draw with charcoal, it's a good idea to do that first. Okay, so to set a ground, I'm probably going to use this big charcoal stick. Okay. Actually, you know what I'm going to do first? I'm going to take my kneaded eraser and I'm going to lighten up my lines of my cube first. Just because I don't want to see that graphite shine through my ground. It might not, but just to be sure, I don't want to see that. Okay, that's probably good enough. Okay, so I'm going to use the side of my charcoal stick, this edge right here, or the side, it's kind of hard to see, isn't it, to set my ground. Okay, so I have a white background right now, and I'm going to turn it like a black or a sort of gray color. So I'm just going to drag this across. You can kind of see what papers were underneath this, so I'm just going to grab another paper and put it underneath here so you don't see all those random lines. There we go. I'm going to go outside of this little cube for a little bit. Okay. That's probably good enough. Now you could technically leave it like this and start drawing with your drawing your object on top of it, but I'm going to take a tissue and I'm just going to blend it so it's a little smoother. Now I can't even see where my cube was anymore. I can't see the graphite, and that's good because I don't want the shininess of the graphite to shine through my charcoal, because the charcoal will not shine like that. Okay, and this is setting a ground. So you just want to change your paper, change the background of your paper. Okay, I might make it a little more even right here. Sometimes when you do this, there's a few spots that are lighter. You can go in again and add more charcoal to make it about the same value. I'm just going to use my finger this time. that's pretty good. Okay. So after you have your ground set, you can just start drawing. So I'm just going to redraw my cube. And I'm pretty sure I drew this the wrong size. It's different than what I started with. But that's okay. I'm just kind of winging it anyway. I'm not really being super specific. Okay, so now instead of starting with white, you can start with this gray, and then it'll be easier to make darker values. Okay, when you want to make lighter values, you can go in and use your white charcoal or your kneaded eraser to erase some of this. So if I really want this corner to be super light, I can just go in with my kneaded eraser and erase the charcoal. Yep, and then I can go in again with my white charcoal and draw more right here if I wanted to. When you do your charcoal drawing, I would highly suggest setting a ground first, just so you don't have a super bright paper to work with. Okay, I'm just gonna finish this up, I guess. Make a really quick drawing of a cube. Now don't forget your shadow, because if there's no shadow, that means it's floating in air. Okay, so that's probably good enough. Now this is just a quick little charcoal drawing of a cube. Okay, and I could go in and blend this if I wanted to. But what I want you to get out of this is how to set a ground. So how to start off, we're going from a white paper to this gray value so you don't have to make your midtones. Okay, good luck setting a ground.